Hey guys, welcome to RENDER.CAMP. My name is Daniel. I hope you hear me well. Write me some pluses to the chat, please. And we are going to start our today's workshop. That is live workshop, so means everything can happen during this stream. So I suppose everything will be okay. That is first workshop in 2025. Today is early 2025. Actually 9th of January, January, and I'm here to show you how I made this picture. And in my personal experience, which is quite huge, the most important thing that is present you the method I create pictures. Because we do a lot of pictures. We have a studio called For This Vision. We made a huge amount of pictures every month, and that is important for us. Share the method we work to involve people into this method. I think that's clear. So yeah, I see your pluses, and I see that our stream goes well. So I'm really happy to be here with you and share everything. And yes, we will work from modeling to the final picture with the post-production, with rendering, and we will work with FStorm. FStorm, that is GPU render. In fact, that's all. A few days ago, just 2 days ago, NVIDIA present their new graphic cards, GPUs. Which is the most interesting for us, that is 5090, and I plan to be one of the first who will start using it. So that's why I decided to run this workshop in FStorm exactly. But in fact, the most important thing, that is exactly method, because if you already tried to use Corona Render, V-Ray, FStorm, no matter, you'll realize the settings and the method you work with these render engines quite the same. You have the same options in the shaders, you have the same options in the lighting, you have the same options in the render. Most of things quite the same. Why, in this case, you may ask me, Daniel, why you use different render engines? Because the passion in the details. Some renders can do more fruity pictures with overcast. In some pictures you can do like the thing about your joy, really, guys. Yeah, you are artists, I'm an artist, and the thing is not only pictures and not only process. Sometimes you can have more joy using different tool. For example, software, for example, render engine. So that's why I'm really happy to work with FStorm, because that's a great render. The same as Corona, the same as Octane Render, the same as Redshift, the same as V-Ray. No matter where you work, the method would be the same. And yes, I will read your comments, but a little bit later. And yes, guys, not all of you. Tell me, please, write me some number, how many times you've been on our workshops, maybe courses that could be interesting to know, because if there are a lot of newcomers, that means I have to tell a little more about myself, about our method. If you already been there quite a lot of times, maybe I can skip some part of introduction. Can wait for the course which start February. Yeah, the same, to be honest, because we made a lot of changes and we've got a lot of new experience. We put a lot of new experience to this course, so yes, we too. Where can I find a model to practice? After this workshop, we will add it to the model. We will add link to the model to the description in a few hours after workshop. Hi. Yeah, so I'm waiting for the number of workshops you've been there. If that's your first, you can write just one. If that's second or fifth or 10th, just write the number approximately, of course. Nobody cares about exact number. Okay, so never mind. That is the picture we will get at the end. This is the method. If you've already been on our workshops or on the previous courses, you definitely see exactly this picture or quite similar. The method is the same. And the beginning of this method is the most crucial thing. Discovery and modeling. Most of us skip these parts. Most of artists skip this part. And that is exactly what I want to focus your attention, because quite often people like skipping this part and starting modeling and shadering and lighting and all together, and spare their attention to the different areas of visualization. And unfortunately, if I don't know, 20 years ago or 10 years ago that was okay, today the quality of each step should be so high that you can't spend just 20 or 30 or I don't know 25% of your attention to it. You have to spend like 100% of attention to finish model or finish exploring everything around this project. And only in this case your next steps will be good, because most quite a lot of, let's be honest, quite a lot of artists think that modeling and shadering and difficult shaders and maybe some secret techniques of post-production will do like an amazing picture. That's a bullshit. That's not true, because all these steps important. And to be honest, the first one, discovery phase, in my personal opinion, I have more than almost 20 years experience, let's say almost 19, to be honest, experience in a computer graphics. And I mean in professional computer graphics, I mean I work for money during last 19 years. Some of you live less than I work with 3D, but never mind. So discovery. What is discovery? In fact, in short, long story short, that is exploring what exactly we have to get at the end. Because quite often work with 3D for most of artists would look like I will dive in this process and maybe I'll get something nice at the end. Nobody know what exactly. So choosing references, looking for references, choosing camera angles. You have to agree with the client how many or how much, have no idea, exact angles you have to do, portrait or landscape orientation. Do you need the people or not? Some clients will tell you we need an overcast lighting, some we need a sunny day lighting. Someone will not say you have to explore the environment here and how the culturally the people in that area see their apartments. For example, if you do some, I don't know, house or interior in some northern country and you'll do a lot of sunlight, that would be not true, and people not used to see these pictures as usual pictures, because they have overcast way more often than any other lighting condition. So I think that's clear. Discovery. You have to choose and explore what do you have to do, what do you have to get at the end, and find the references for each frame, and at least one or maybe more. Of course, that is huge topic. We have a lot of information in the course about this, but first of all, you have to understand, you have to prepare for your work. Yeah, you have to prepare yourself, prepare your experience, and understand at least approximately what exactly you have to do at the end. Okay, then only when you finish this first block, you have to switch to modeling. Modeling means you have to model everything, not just to build the walls or floor and ceiling. You have to start lighting. No, that's not true. You have to model everything, all furniture, all decor, and put the cameras approximately into the places where you'll have the what do you want to show at the end to your client. Because every time your client will tell you, I need like one frame to show kitchen, one frame to show couch, one frame to show table at least, or so. And you already know that for a living room you need exactly these shots, because everyone tired to see these boring frontal frames. No, I love frontal frames. That's quite cool. They are really good, but they are too static, and there is a lot of frontal frames. You will open, I don't know, any website, any 3D artist, any interior designer, and you'll see like 70% of frontal frames. That is okay, I know, but why not to make 3/4 and get something way more artistic like that? Yeah, is it show this restaurant in a good way? Definitely yes. Way more interesting than just showing the raw in between tables. Okay, so including of course people, decor, background, and everything else. Then our direction, or in fact that is general feeling. We call this stage general feeling. General feeling, that's just the colors. So colors, lighting, colors, color composition, and composition of objects in the frame. And that is important because exactly if you'll catch the final emotion on the next step, artist tab, when you'll add shaders, and I'll show you how to do that, you will just add some detalization. And you will ask me, Daniel, why we need to make general feeling, especially if you already been there. I mean, on our workshops. Maybe you may ask me, like, Daniel, why we need to do rebuild shaders, because most of models already have some shaders, and we can use them. We can, but the quality would be not so good. And I will show you the picture before post-production. Let me do it over there. Okay, I'll show you the practice part. Okay, so that is 2 pictures with this on the left side. That is original shaders. That is with color, like with the shaders I made from scratch. And what exactly we have there? The plants, the person. In most cases exactly this one, because yes, we have different ceiling, but that's, to be honest, I made it accidentally. The most important thing, this picture looks like disjointed, and color composition here is completely not interesting. Here, like impossible to detach this bush from this picture, because that is part of this whole color composition and object composition and color composition. Here is that is just additional thing. So it is not so necessary for this picture. That's why it is faster to do that than render that and think what I can do to make it more realistic, or even better to say nicer. Yeah, nicer, because more realistic, these words, realistic, what does it mean realistic? Because everything possible, to be honest. So, okay. That is almost last one. We'll jump to the practice. But anyway, artists or still image, that's work with the shaders exactly. And number 5, that is animation if it needed, or something like that. So what is animation? Animation, that is animating camera in a still frame when we need animated at the end. So how exactly we do it? We do nice still images and then animate camera in this particular scene with this lighting to get really amazing shots, because that dream when you think like you'll build the scene and put cameras in some places and everything will be okay, nothing will be okay. That will be just a usual visualization. And to be honest, why I'm telling you that? Because in our chats, in our private messages, we're full of questions like, this is my portfolio, how can I get clients? And that is the problem, because most of these questions and most of these portfolio have completely the same, to be honest, lower than average quality portfolio. And we are shy to answer that. But here, not particularly to you, I can say that most of artist portfolios which send us their pictures to get some feedback, lower than average, and we will not hire that person. And you can compare, for example, if you want to be hired by some studio, or you want to get clients the same as some studio, you have to be better than this studio, not just the same or even lower. You have to be better than your portfolio, have to be better than a portfolio of that studio. So you have to open their portfolio and check and match your portfolio on their portfolio. And if you're worse, you have to work with your portfolio, definitely, because portfolio, that's, to be honest, that's number one. Marketing, advertisement, sales, that's also works. But portfolio, if you have like not highest possible portfolio, that's you're in trouble. You can be in trouble. Okay, so I think that's clear. I hope you agree, and I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. So finally, let's jump to the scene. This is a ready model. I will share it with you. And number one, what I want to share with you and how we work in our studio. This is a ready modeling. We never modeled scenes by like our artists' time. We have separated modelers, and if we will hire some of you, we will give you ready models like that, because this model was made by our modeler, and the quality of the model will be quite the same. So the model is finished. As you can see, here is no any decor, I mean people. Here is no any person, and here is no any plans, because plans, that's the art director work, and we have to choose the composition, build the composition based on the art director experience. Who is art director? Art director, that is the person with a lot of experience and a great visual experience. So they already made a lot of pictures. They already had a lot of different projects. So I hope that's clear. That's also clear. And yes, we can start to work with this project. So we already have this frame. Oh yeah, and one more important thing. We bought this, this scene costs $250. That is not the cheapest scene in the world, but anyway, if you can count the price for your project. For example, you send this picture, this project to the modeler. This modeler will model it for you. For example, if that is interior, for example, like $500, or all interiors, for example. Yeah, and your part of the work would cost like another $500, for example. This is like not mine prices. This is just a like explanation. Yeah, so the total price for the project for the client will be $1,000. Yeah, that's clear. Okay, so I bought this scene. I paid for modeler $250 to the modeler. So that's clear. Okay, as I told you, the most important thing for me and for the picture, that is like step-by-step work. So we already know the composition we have to do. We already explored everything about it. So let's switch to the general feeling. Of course, we have to open render setup and switch to another render, but that is absolutely the default settings. You can check. Here is nothing, no any changes, so no any pre-built lighting, no any pre-built anything. Unfortunately, I can't switch to another render engine because I have some issues with my license for the moment for Chaos Groups. That's why I will not do that. But just believe me, that is default settings. Here is nothing. Okay, so what I have to do? I have to put here other models. What exactly? Bushes and plants. I decided to use exactly that plants. That is Max 3 catalog 22. And first of all, I have to add a folder. I have to say to 3ds Max where to take textures. Yeah. So I can do it in that way. Where's my Max 3? Over there, folder 22, maps, and we have to Control C. That is important moment. Please, guys, pay your attention right now to things I do. Add, Control V, use subpass, use pass. Okay. So right now 3ds Max know the folder with the textures to this for these models. Okay, here is no any other folders. That is something from the modeler. I can remove it. That is just a default shader. I will create new one, FStorm. So that is just default shader. Control A. Please pay attention. That is actually not default shader because in a new 3ds Max, they have options set to default. So by default, here is black shader and roughness, I guess 0, something like that. But you can hit right mouse button and set to default, and new color or any number will set as default all over the 3ds Max. So any function in 3ds Max can be set by default like that. Okay, that's clear. I will apply this shader, this new shader, to all this geometry, and I'm going to import the model. To be honest, I forget the name of it. Let me find the exact plans in their mod. That is this one. So first one, and for example third one, that is ficus lirata. Okay, ficus lirata number 1. Merge. It will think a little bit. Okay, then number 3. Yeah, merge file. Scene material. Yep. A little later, I'll put them into exact positions. Right now, for me, the most important thing that I have them in my scene. Okay, and I'll need bushes. I will use Quixel Bridge. I will use... They already started to work with Fab, but I'm too lazy to explore what exactly they have, and I have all the models in a Quixel Bridge, so for now that is like enough for me. And I will use, I think, some of these too. I have no idea which is better, which I used last time. Let's say this one. Export to 3ds Max, exported successfully. It will think a little bit. Tommaso, that is a great question. I'll answer you a little later, but no, I will not do a new scene in most cases. But you have to understand, the final goal is to make for the client some exact amount of final shots. For them, not so important. For clients, not so important how difficult for you was creation of this project, but for them, really important to have amazing final shots. So you understand my point. If your pictures looks amazing in one scene with one lighting, good to you. If not, nobody cares how many scenes you have to do to get amazing final result. You understand? Yeah. So is it possible to make everything in one scene? Yes, but the question is, your competitors would be better than you or worse? Who would be better? And quite often you, like, not exactly you, of course, but quite often some people ask me about where to get new clients. Yeah, and my my next question, what happened with your old clients? Yeah, why your old clients don't come to you like with their next project? And if answer that they are not satisfied with your previous result, maybe you have to think about how to keep clients and to not looking for new ones, because that is all we are as a studio fighting with that. I mean, fighting for the old clients, because if we have clients who like order every month or every week or every year, no matter, who work only with us, that is way cheaper than looking for new clients. Okay, I hope that's clear. That is okay. So then we have to create a absolutely new folder. I use different folders for important shaders. For example, tree, and for example bush. Create new. So tree, and I will put it. I can even, you know what? I can select these two, even isolate them, and go to the tools. Yep, selection only, and that is converter. Convert scene to FStorm. What exactly I'll got in this case? Of course, I will not use these shaders because you already see that is like a bad looking shader, not natural, not realistic. But I will have all textures converted to FStorm bitmaps. Yeah. So in fact, I can like remove all this. I will not do it right now, but anyway, that is the most important thing on that point, at that moment. And where is my bushes? It was somewhere here. Okay, and I'll take this. Oh, FStorm. That is all like that is uploaded as FStorm because that is Quixel. Quixel can create FStorm bitmaps, so that is FStorm bitmaps, and that is the most important thing. So why I'm doing that? Because after that I can apply only one shader to all of them, and when I'll need, I'll be able to apply again original shader to that model, and I'll do that with every next model, no matter how much, how many objects I'll add to my scene. Okay, so here I have people, and I have that model where to get some different 3D people. In fact, everywhere there is a lot of different places where to get 3D people. We have a lesson about that, but I suppose that's something. Oh, that is something bad happened with the bottle. Okay, I'll group it. In that case, I will upscale them. Let's say like that. The height of this girl should be a little bigger, approximately. People could be in it with a different height, yeah. So that is too high. Okay, so that could be fine, I think. I don't want to make that girl like main character of the frame. That should be. I don't want to hurt anyone, but people should be in this case. The should be the decor for my picture. Of course, I have to be careful with models like that. I will turn it a little bit like that. Okay, so that is my geometry. It's not so comfortable to use it. Okay, let's do the same with that girl, but on that girl I have only one texture, that is diffuse texture. So I don't want to create any specific folder, I guess, for her. Just, yeah, I'll just add it. Okay, so that's quite enough. I'll move it a little bit further, and she have to lay. She have to pour some existing glass. Yeah? something like that. Maybe I can make her a little higher, and that is to be honest, too low quality bottle. For real project, I would remodel it or ask for a remodeling by modeler, but for this workshop, that's enough. We are not fighting for the perfect quality of the model. I want to show you exactly the workflow, because all of you understand the triangles not okay. Yeah, if you do not understand that, you have to visit our course for beginners, and there you'll understand a little more about basics of the foundation of the visualization. Okay, here we do a little more advanced things. Okay, so the girl is on the correct place. What's next? I think the plants over there should be uploaded also. 22, that is 37. Yeah, and knowing the collections with assets and where to get something nice, it's also crucial for visualization, because if not, did you saw on our Instagram, we published not so long time ago the pictures. Why XYZ model? I want to use some of these. For example, this one. Abu, can't read these words. Okay, so let it be like that. Of course, you have to upload shaders, as I already with the same method I already showed you. I just don't want to waste our time. The method would be the same, nothing new. Okay, I can make it a little smaller because I know how it should look like. It should be a little bit bigger than girl, and another one over there. Let it be instance. Okay, and of course some rotation. Oh, wait a second. Like that. Here we have some column. Maybe perspective, I'll do it a little lower. Okay. Please pay attention to the fact I have some leaves on the back side of the girl. Why I need it? Just to highlight the shape of the girl. That is, I do it for purpose. That is not accident. Then I want to put the trees or bushes. I have no idea. I think they are too big to build some nice composition, but that is too high, I think. Yeah, I want to do something like that. I want to have just a like that. Maybe put some tree in between the buildings. Like that. And maybe I put it into the different position, not exactly in the same places where I made it last time. This is just something, some actions to fill the background behind the windows. And of course, I don't want to have like an empty horizon, so I'll do something like that. Okay, so for start, that could be enough. Control A, one more time. I'm going to apply one single shader. Okay. What else? I don't need that color too. Green one. Let's say it would be green. So I think that's all. No, no. I need the scatter these bushes. Okay. I'll use Forest Puck. I don't use Corona Scatter. I use Forest Puck exactly for the same purpose, because Forest Puck can work with any render system. So I can set up the scene in FStorm, then switch to Corona, then to V-Ray, then come back to FStorm, and the scatter will still work. So that is important for me. That is one of the reasons why I'm using Forest Puck, but also Forest Puck is better. Hello from Vietnam. Hello from North Cyprus. Actually, from Vietnam, we this summer we've got one artist to forward this vision to my studio from Vietnam, and this person works so extremely good. So I think Vietnam, that's a good place for artists. Okay, that's full. And I want to add this another surface, so let me do like that. Distribution. Let me do it like that. Then transform. I usually can change the random angles, like 45, 45, minus 45, 45. I think that could be good. Okay, and I think the size of the bushes should be smaller. Let me maybe transform, why not? Let's start with 35 and 45. I do not remember the numbers I made last time. That is just my ideas. Why not to do it like that right now? Okay, so now it's looks not bad. Oh, here we have I think we have to use clipping here. Here's clipping. Where is my clipping? Depth of field, power. Every single render system has some clipping, near clipping over there. Let's say 2 meters. Yeah. Okay, approximately like that. You shouldn't like be so to be so like attentive to the not important details. Yeah. Okay, so now it looks quite good. I know about a few mistakes we still have there, but I don't want to improve them because I want to show you the mistake and then go to improve it. Every single time when we work with interior, this is not actually interior, that is terrace. But the lighting will work quite the same as interior. So we have to use HDRI map. Yes, exactly, HDRI map. I know HDRI map will render a little longer than default sky or something like that. A little longer, so what? You can buy a little more powerful computer and everything will be good. But if your lighting will looks not so interesting, because HDRI will give you really interesting, not so like manicured lighting. It will give you like little random color in lighting, little random spots, lighting spots. So it would be more natural. All of us want to have realistic pictures. Yes, we want to have fast render, but also we want to have realistic pictures. Our computer becomes faster and faster, software becomes faster and faster, but quality, unfortunately, do not become better themselves. We have to work with this. So HDRI, HDRIheaven.com, HDRIs, and here's a lot of really nice pictures. You can choose anyone you like. For example, something like that, maybe with something on the background. But the most important thing, we shouldn't have any direct sunlight, because direct sunlight will give us some, I don't know, uncontrollable result. So, maybe this one looks nice now. Maybe this one also looks nice. And here's a lot of blue color. So let's try this one. Here is some greenery on the background, so we'll cover background, so it could be nice. 16. Actually, we don't need a high resolution texture on the background because we will have a lot of depth of field. If you want, you can download higher resolution. Desktop, save. Perfect. Let's open material editor. Let's restore render settings, environment. We will use this slot, FStorm bitmap. I'll move it over there. Instance, do not forget, hit this checkbox. Also here we have checkbox for sunlight. FStorm, that is only render system when we have this checkbox, so we can turn on or turn off sunlight on the HDRI map. One more time, that is only render system where we can do that. We have to switch gamma to 2.2, or you can play with this, but definitely like 1 could be too aggressive. But anyway, let's try. That was this one, yeah, I guess. Okay. Okay, and we have to use spherical environment over there. Okay, then maps FStorm color correction, just to be able to switch, I don't know, change or modify hue or saturation or something like that. Okay, so, and better to save our scene time to time. I have a nice hotkey, or even not hotkey, that is a function, preferences, files, and increment on save. Turn on this function. What is this? For example, I will hit right now Control S, which is save as, and I will get new name, new like next number. 002, and if I'll save it next time, it will be 003. In this case, I'll have all the history of all the history of my work, and that is good. If you'll crash your file, you always can come back in a, I don't know, 15 minutes ago scene, but you will not lost all scene. Okay, so that is my HDRI map. Of course, I will use rotation right now. I will like over there, but anyway, let's start test run. Oh, I forget to check the resolution, but anyway, I just don't want to use too high resolution, but no, that is okay. 130, that is completely fine. And I want to get, as you can see, common lighting from the left side, not from the right, not from the not in front, exactly from the left side. And that is exactly what I have right now. So that's not bad for me, even in this place. But to be honest, I want to get some skylight over there. I want to get some bright spots on the picture. So I think that could be good. Select camera, and oh, I can do it over there. Kernel settings, oh, environment, multiplier. I'll do multiplication here in first. Okay, so already here, you understand, we have a lot of lighting from the right side, and we not just can. That is another really extremely important thing, so pay your attention to the things I'll tell you right now. We have to navigate, like direct or block our lighting and get the lighting condition we really need for the frame. You may say, but Daniel, if you'll block lighting from the side, we like in reality we have some lighting. Yes, I understand all that points, but in reality, photographers always come to the place where we always come to the place they shot and do these adjustments. So Oh, I have to just check over there, please. Yeah, here's a lot of lighting, but I wanna change where's interactive render over there. Enable and refresh. Okay, and as you can see here, is a little bit less lighting. I can hide it, you'll see. Yeah, over there, some green light from the hills, I think. Of course, from the edge here, right, but that's clear. And I can even make it a little higher to block light a little more. And I'll do the same from that side. You can hide it for render if you worried about this, but anyway, you have to know that is the tool you have to know about. A little better, but anyway, not enough. I still have a lot of lighting over there. I definitely don't want to have it. So let me. Why I still have so much lighting here? Let me move it closer. Okay. Then, to be honest, the maximum value I use in a FStorm, that is in a multiplier here, is 15, because more than 15 there is no sense to do, in my personal opinion. And of course I'll a little bit do not understand why it's so dark here. Oh, bright here still. Maybe it's too far. I'll move it a little closer too. Too bright. Just too bright foreground. I don't need such a bright. Burn value. I always increase it. Okay, and let me rotate a little bit just because I don't want to have here green, so lighting will change a bit. With the limiters from the right side, of course, most of the lighting I'll get from the left side, so that's obvious. Not a big. Oh, let me check. Yeah. Oh, I want to show you another, not secret, but funny thing. I can use crop. Where is it? Over there. For the background. I can cut some tiny part from the bottom, and horizon will go lower. That's not fair, but who cares, to be honest. Okay, so I've got the little more lighting, little more visible sky lighting over there, and that's good for me. Yeah, and I want to make the bushes a little more dense. That's already obvious. What I'm doing right now, I'm building light and shadow composition. That is really important. Distribution, let's say, I don't know, 20. I want to get dense bushes over there. It's okay. I'll do exposure a little higher, and the next thing I'll do, that is I'll make this color I think a little darker to get a little more contrast, light and shadow. Okay, and I'll be able to increase light and shadow. Okay, and vignetting, that will help me to get something. That's cool. I have to not forget to hit apply because I want to close it and start it again to refresh the art. So anyway, apply. No, by default it's okay. I can apply it too. Because FStorm by default apply the default shader to all objects. Okay, I'll move it a little closer because I see here some gap between roof and that's better. But anyway, it could be not enough. Okay, and I'll duplicate the limiter to block lighting over there. To get a little less reflections and light in here. So that's good. And in fact, that looks not bad. Am I need to get a little more something? Have no idea. So okay, let's play now. Let's try to play with the color. I like to work with the colors next to them. 23, 25, 24, 22, 20. And I do not modify value, saturation, and hue at the same time. Just one thing, value or saturation or hue, just like that. And I just want to catch the color I'll work with. And the most important thing that is to get blue, like obvious blue lighting, and nice yellow, like dominant color of whole composition. That is the most important thing for me right now. Of course, right now is over saturated picture. I'll modify it a little and I'll do it a little more yellow. Let me pause it. 24 and let's say 110 and little, maybe even darker. Oh, let's say like that, and maybe roughness could be higher, but I'm not sure it should be higher. Just in just polished wooden elements like floor and furniture should be more glossy. Okay, it looks really nice. Little bit too much. Let's say 0.50. I wanna make little higher exposure. Not bad. Contrast. Of course, I'll add, no, not too much, just 1.5 or something like that. I still don't like amount of light in here. I want to get it way darker. Yes, I can color these two boxes and make them black, but in this particular case, I don't want to do that. So I'll try to find another way. That could be a little better. Okay, it looks a little better. Of course, that is little too much reflections on the most of objects, but the objects I really need, that is floor and looks really nice. And as you can see, the composition already looks good. Why? Because we have balance in a value, in a saturation and color, and it looks good with the color of lighting. That is really important. Okay, so I'm not sure I want to do all lighting with exposure. So because I want to get a little more sun to get a little more aggressive shadows. So FStorm, sunlight, I'll try. In most cases, that can give me a little more attractive targeted. I'll make it white or almost white. Direction would be the same as we have in HDRI map, I mean. Okay, something like that. Yeah, that looks good. And I need like all attention over there. I've got a little more intense contrast here. That's good. And size, of course, I'll make way bigger. I don't need shadows exactly. I mean these falling shadows. I need the contrast. That is not the same. Okay, and with the sun, I'll get more interesting. More intense, maybe better to say. Okay, let's make it a little bigger. Okay, a little higher exposure because I want to get the exact emotion. Okay, that looks really cool. Contrast like that. So what else? It already looks good. Let me add depth of field. Here is quite easy to do it and quite comfortable to do it. Depth of field over there, and the intensity of depth of field I can set over there. 5, not enough. Let's say 10. Yeah. And the focus I can do with this function. So I can hit on the picture, of course on the girl, and I'll get some depth of field. Okay, so looks quite fun. I like it. What about radius? I want to make it even bigger. Let's try 20. Yeah. Maybe 16. Okay, so that looks really good. I really like it. And to be honest, I want to get a little more vignetting. Vignetting always help us like direct attention to the most important mid size of the frame, and also we've got the darker foreground, so that is a good. Yeah, you can attract, you can pay your attention to the center of the frame and tell the story of that. I don't know, I really want to come to that place, right? I'm happy to visit this restaurant. And also I see the horizon and emptiness here. In my personal opinion, that's not a case. So I'm going to move them down. Let me, yep. Just like that. Let me check, is it okay? So I guess that's already looks good. What's next? Is it ready general filling? No. Why? Because general filling could be deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the color composition. So what is next dominant color of the frame? Of course, green. Yeah, so I can select all green elements or all elements of greenery and apply another shader. Let's say, okay, let's start render and let's say it would be, please pay your attention, the greenery in most cases should be less reflective than common shader and way darker. Okay, so I will make it, as you can see right now we have a lot of lightness, but do not remove it at all. Like all shaders in the world should have some amount of reflections. Absolutely every single. Bricks, rocks, I don't know, person, like people, everything. Literally everything should be reflected. Right now I think right now it's better. And color. First of all, I'll make it darker because we think greenery is bright, green. No. Sometimes yes, but in most cases not, because this brightness of the greenery always should happen with translucency. Not should, but can. Okay, so is this color match with the color in our scene? No. Our picture becomes sad, like overcast. We don't need sad or overcast. Like, yes, that is overcast, but we don't need such a too sad picture. So we have to find the color we really like. Well, that is natural, but do not forget that is just a front side, because next step would be add translucency color, and translucency will add a lot of I don't know, brightness. I'll use like 0.2. Don't try to remember my numbers, try to understand the I would say method. In most cases I do translucency lighter, more saturated, and a little warmer. Like if here I have 40, let it be 35 or 30. So more yellow. Right now over there, as you can see, it's too intense, yeah? And the difference between front side and translucency side too big. So I want to make it darker a little bit, and intensity of translucency also lower, like 0.25. Something like that, but the over there is not enough, it's still set. So what I can do, I can make it more saturated here and even darker, because I don't need so bright color here, and I can do this color a little warmer too, like 37, because they should be in a balance too. So it looks good, but too sad a little bit. It should be a little lighter, yeah? Especially over there. I know here we have a lot of vignetting, and of course this vignetting impacted this side of part of the picture. But anyway, we have to figure out with this. I want to make it a little more light green and not so reflective, because reflection I would say eat part of color saturation. So this color is too green. I definitely wanna have 39. Let's come back to that side. Let me do it even more, like okay, let's do it like 35, the same as translucency. I would say let's do it brighter. It's already better. Oh, it looks good, but I think this translucency side should be not so warm in this case. I want to get it a little greener, not so yellow. Oh, that's better. Not actually exactly the same as we had on the picture I made for advertisement, but anyway, then I felt this picture in that way. Now I feel it in a different way. That could be good. Let me do it a little more green. I don't know. I want to do it a little more green. And here the same, 37, let's say. And that, in my personal opinion, that is the most important step of the work. Like, keep the balance of the whole picture. Actually, I want to add a little more intense sunlight to get more intense translucency. I want to try. Maybe that would be not enough. And also, you know what I want to do? I want to make this shader a little more saturated to get like brightness inside of the picture. Oh yeah, that's my picture. Yeah, do you feel that? It already feels like a lot of sun, not sunny day, but anyway, it feels warm, so I'm happy. Little brighter picture like that. Cool, really cool. So, in fact, that is the general feeling I want to see in that picture. So, what's next? Next, some kind of detailization, of course. Let's start with one of the most, I think, interesting for most of us shader, that is a person, yeah? And I want to show you how I already made it, because I already passed this way and I don't want to do it again. But that is original texture of this girl, yeah? What I can see here, first of all, everything too bright. And second thing, here is the colors I don't need. This purple, this is, I don't know, beige or, I don't know, gray, but with some yellow part. So I decided to make it darker, yeah? I think that is, yeah, I made it darker, like that. Here we, yeah, I remember. I put the face on top of everything, so that's why I do not touch it. And as you can see, I made the skin tone not so pink. I made it way more like darker and more like olive, yeah, to make it like that. Then I made it not so bright and add some also yellow color to the t-shirt, to the white parts of the clothes, because of color composition. That is the part of color composition, and after all these tries, I can add, let's say, this shader. Of course, I'll do it way less reflective, like that, and maybe like that. I don't need any visible reflections. I don't want to say I want to remove reflections from the person, this girl. No, I don't. But I want to make it not so intense. It should shine. It shouldn't shine. Yeah? Okay, and the diffuse color, FStorm bump, bitmap. People somewhere here, over there, that is. I made a few tries. So that was, let me show you. That was default. That was first try, so I made everything darker. Then I realized I need some color of these clothes, you know. Then brighter, then darker everything else, and the skin tone at the last, as the last point. Yeah, so that is the way I path. Okay, so let me use the last one, and I suppose everything would be good with it, with this girl. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to move beams or columns. I just want to apply this shader to that girl. And quite often I mix the texture with the common shader just to keep the color composition. Just imagine that's like you have filter on your camera, yeah, which color everything and put together all colors. Maybe 80% that is too much, but for example 90 could be good. Yeah, so as you can see right now, this girl like a part of composition, and that's okay. On one hand, that is the only person in this shot, and of course it's attract attention. On the other hand, it is part of color composition, which is good. Okay, what's next? What is an obvious differentiator? I think glass elements. They are quite small, but they are obviously different. So that's why I'll dishes. We have rules for the modelers, how pack and how to use layers and how to build layers. So they made it not accidentally. That is front. So let's say left. They made it not accidentally in that way. I mean, they did it for purpose and exactly in method we told them to do. That is important because that is speed up our whole process. Yeah. Okay. So glass, one of the simplest shaders. Let me apply it. Diffuse or black, reflection. Oh, that is reflection. Yeah, so in the middle somewhere, of course, gloss, roughness, something like that. Color. Oh, that is reflection. Means I'll do it almost white, just like that. Glossiness, just like that. That is not the most important. If glass shader would be the most important shader in my scene, for example, if that is close up to the bottle, of course I would work with a glass more intense, but for this kind of shot that is enough. And okay, so another thing, our modeler quite often, and different modelers quite often use full glasses. I mean, full field glasses with a water. Of course, in reality, in the restaurant, nobody will drink the water when, just imagine you come to the restaurant and the glass is already full of water. You never saw the person who poured these glasses, so you will not drink this water. So that is not realistic, and so we have to remove it. In fact, okay, so let me make a few. Like that. Let's say left, Control G, I will deselect this. No? Okay, I suppose they are instance. And I will remove this part. No, they are not. Okay, maybe here. Okay, this one. Okay, so that's clear. And over there. Here's perspective. Let me do it like that. No, still full. Let me add a little more. As you can see, samples 1000 of 1000, so I have to make it a little longer, like for example 10,000. The render will be long. No, that is just a refraction, so that's good. That's good. Let me check it here. Okay, that's cool. Of course, I need to add some water here. It could be important, it could be not important. It depends on the situation. Right now, for me, that is not so important. Let me apply it. Pause. To be honest, I think the girl should be a little higher, and especially bottle shouldn't touch the glass. It looks weird. Yeah, I think that could be better. Okay, and I realized another thing. I have to model the floor. Okay. I will remove it and change the height of the object creation. I want to create it on the 0 level. Yeah, like that. Floor where's floor generator? Cool. That is definitely too small. Let's say, whoa, cancel. 200, yeah, like that. And let's say 150. Delete, that could be okay. And no. Yeah, like that. That also could be fine. And I'm going to apply it to the same shader to the floor. Okay. And let me apply copy of the shader because I want to make it lighter. I want to make it a little lighter, but with the same color because I want to keep the same color composition. That is really important, extremely important, I would say. And more reflection. So let's try. So less color, lighter. So as you can see, that is still part of composition, but little differentiator. Yeah, okay. Save the scene. Thank you. Okay, so what's next? I have to select the chairs maybe together with tables. And I'll do that shaders little darker. So that's good. That's good. The rest of shaders I think should be a little less saturative, because saturation and contrast always attract more attention. So if you want to attract less attention to some objects, please desaturate them and remove contrast. Okay, cool. Again, about balance, I want to attract a little more attention to the furniture, so I'll make it more saturated, more contrast, and altogether it would be cohesive picture. Okay, so that's good. What about this? It should be fans with a rock. With the rocks, so I would make it a little more gray, not little, more gray, way more gray. And I don't want to attract attention to this part of the picture, but it still should be like a part of color composition. So I don't want to remove that orange color from that object. And also for some, maybe I need to change this rate threshold to avoid situation when I have issues with the other. Okay, so what about columns? I want to try to make it a little darker. Maybe I'll like 0.65 around here, yeah. Reflection. Yeah, I think that could be good. So it already looks nice. That is the most important thing. And actually we can do, we almost ready to start work with the shaders, but I wanna separate a little bit colors of greenery. And I wanna do the bushes more, less reflective a little bit and a little brighter. And maybe a little more green, like inside the composition, but these ones. I want to make them darker. And definitely I want to play with their warmness. Yeah, as you can see, this shader and this shader shouldn't be like a disjointed, but they have to be different at the same moment. Let's make the translucency level a little higher, like 0.3 or 35. Darker translucency. Yeah, I like it more. I'll remove another part of reflection. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And quite similar shader I want to apply to the bushes inside. Let me pause render because no. And let me try to use the same shader. I don't think that would be great shader. Yeah, it should be lighter, not so saturative, and way more reflections. Yeah, to make them to make it more natural. No, that is too bright. So front side should be, and colder too. Saturation not so high. No, that is good. Yeah, so as you can see, completely different colors, but way more like a cohesive looking together. Yeah, they are completely different, especially over there, but in the picture they looks good, and that is what exactly we have to do, what we have to get. I'm sorry, and I really like that picture. Okay, so let's go next. Let's start with some shaders, and the most like subjective and okay, one of the most visible shaders, that is this rock. So I think I'll view. I think I should have, where I have people, I think I saved textures. No? Okay, let me try another one. Rock. I'll select this one, this object. Where is my so rock, surface, wall, maybe in concrete, maybe grass, maybe in roofing, tile, maybe stone. I think I'll find there. I'm not sure it should be rock, it should be something natural. Okay, surface, concrete, maybe historical, but that is not historical. It should be maybe stone, cobblestone, castle, floor. That is not actually a floor, that is tiles. Okay, let's take a look at these. Maybe something like that. Yeah, why not this one? This one looks not bad. We will change the color a bit, and I believe it could be better. It takes some time. Okay, so exported successfully. 8K resolution, which is way more than we really need. I will always start with a displacement, because do you remember the steps? Yeah, modeling, then geometry, and then lighting. So displacement, that is part of modeling and lighting together. So we have to start with displacement first. Displacement, I'll use EXR because the quality of intense displacement would be better. We have to check type because it could be changed for some purposes. And we have to check gamma, because quite often FStorm can change gamma also for different purposes. I will switch it here. Power, have no idea. Let's start with 50 millimeters, and okay, I have to check them. Why not? I will not see tiling in that case, but I think I have to add. I don't think I'll see any chamfer on that geometry. So box, let's say 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters. Save. Let's say 150 because the rocks is too big. I will remove shader again because I want to check just displacement. Okay, I think I have some displacement. I almost see it, yeah? But definitely that is not enough. I mean, intensity is not enough. So let's say 250. I usually want to find the limit. I see here, maybe we can have there some issues with the corners, or maybe different direction. I understand I will never see it, but I'm not sure that is the problems. But anyway, let's keep it in that way. As you can see right now, that is different color, but it's still part of color composition, and that is important for me. Okay, so let me go to the rock and take the shader. Okay, I'll remove this one, and I will apply this texture, and I will check what I have. So, is it looks good? That looks not bad. I want to make it a little bit darker, just slightly increase. Yeah, just like that. And I'll mix it with diffuse, like 80%, as the same as I told you. Yeah, and that is all. That's all. I see detalization. I see that is rocks, and that is definitely enough. Definitely enough. I don't want to do more. And to be honest, guys, in my personal opinion, difficult shaders, the things called difficult shaders, overrated, extremely overrated, especially when we work with the real project. Okay, so that's good. I really like it. Let's work with the next shader, and one of the next shaders would be wood. Wooden columns and wood in general. That is really important shader, so we have to be ready to work with it. Wood. Please pay attention to the fact, just 1 hour and a half, and we already like with all my explanation, with all my blah blah blah, with all my talking, we like 20 minutes and we will finish this picture. Yeah, $250 for model, 1 hour and a half. Okay, 2 hours, and we will finish this picture. And one of you asked me in the beginning, Daniel, would I do that for each frame? Even if you should do that for each frame, it will take 1 day for 4 frames. Yeah, just imagine one frame costs like for example 1,000. Yeah, you order for the client, yeah, for the client, for the studio, that's clear. You pay, like, for example, 500 for the modeler, for example, 500. I paid for this 250. Yeah, and at the end of the day, you'll be ready to send really cool looking pictures. So you have to understand, I show you a little more than just visualization method. I didn't show you like a pictures or numbers of roughness in the shaders. I show you the method you can get money in this profession and do amazing stuff. That is important. That is my point, and that is what you have to grab from these workshops. That's clear. Yeah. Wood. Let's say I'll get this wood. I will apply a copy of it only to the columns. Diffuse texture just to apply mapping. Models, no, textures to wood, and I'll use, let's say, this one. Okay. UV mapping box. Let's say 3 meters, 3 meters. I have to start with something. A lot of people fighting with Unwrap with the different things. Yes, Unwrap, that is, you have to know how to work with Unwrap. That's true, but not for. Excuse me. That's true. That's mean true. I suppose. Okay, so the direction is vertical. Oh, not here. Okay, so let me rotate it here. Okay, and you will notice then let's say like that, every single column will have the same texture. Most of us will do something with an Unwrap, but instead of this, my advice that is rotated in a 5 degrees. In every single column will have unique texture. I think that is quite simple thing. Everyone can do it and looks really cool and fast to do. Instead of fighting with not important things. Okay, so I will remove diffuse color because for wood, the most important thing that would be, oh my God, please no. Yeah, because it looks like crash, but okay, saturation, and I have to put it over there. I want to explain you what exactly I'll do. Reflection, okay, and I can just like that. It looks a little bit too green, yeah. So let's make it a little more red. 23, for example. So right now we don't have diffuse color. That is just reflection. And of course, I want to make it, for example, a little more contrast and a little brighter. I want to find the point where I start see something in the reflection map. I mean, see some wooden, oh, I see there something, as you can see, yeah, something darker. So that's exactly something I need. Here is a lot of lighting, so it could be better, but yeah, here we have no focus. Here we have something. Let's say 1 pixel that side. Okay, and I think we can, we can try to invert it. Sometimes it work better with inversion. I don't see any huge difference, but I see the work of this. Okay, so let me try to apply it to the glossiness to multiply the same effect. Yeah, I see it a little more intense. Just a little bit. Here a little more visible. Okay. Another maps, FStorm color correction input. Of course, we will see the completely different color, which is not looks good in our situation. That's exactly why we need all previous steps, yeah, general feeling, etc. We can just adjust a little bit. Color composition to get, that is the color we have to get, like approximately. We can get a little lighter, a little darker, but we have to get like cohesive picture. That is important. No, I don't like the inversion here. It looks, yeah, it looks bad. So I'll bring back the settings we had. Yeah, this is better. Okay, so a little darker, a little more yellow. No. Okay, so. A little darker, I think, yeah. A little more saturation. Yeah, that's nicer, darker again. Oh, not the direction. That is good. Okay, so we have to do the same with the floor, with the floor. Maybe it was the even better idea to start with the floor. Okay, anyway, I'm going to duplicate it. Duplicate it here. Apply it here, and I'll start with FStorm bitmap, FStorm multi-text. Load multiply. Tell me please that was 2001. Yeah, so I use the same. 1201. Computer, NAS, textures, multi-texture. Oh, I don't have 1201, so that's weird. Okay, let me check. For example, quarter resolution. For now, it could be. Why not this? View, least, diffuse. Okay. Did you know where I got these textures? I suppose yes, because that is important. If you work with the wood, you have to know where to get these textures. Saturation, because that is a map for reflections, of course. Reflection text. Okay, and let me start it. Okay, and as you can see, that is too glossy, so it have to be way more contrast, brighter. And I want to see some wooden texture over there. Of course, I have a lot of reflection. Of course, I have a lot of depth of field, so I'm not sure I will see really a lot, but I want to see something, at least. That is good. And I also can try to put it over there instead of color. And I also can get some different effect. I can say that like you have to put it to the roughness or map to the roughness or to the glossy. Depending on situation, both can work. Right now, I think this one looks better, I think. Maybe, no, that is. This one looks really good. Add me a lot of detalization and reflection, so that's quite nice. Okay, let me come back with saturation. Of course, right now it will be 2. I can even, you know, remove it, take just a part, yep, like that, and apply it again. And I'll do it more saturative, more yellow. So I have this color, and way more saturation. I think a little darker, way more saturation. Yeah, so it's now it looks way more similar and way more. I can see here way more nicer detalization. So that's quite clear, I think. Yeah. That's why you shouldn't afraid of working with shaders from scratch. That is completely simple thing. Texture supply, no, that is CG source. CG source, I would show it to you. CG source, this one, this website, and here is the best textures I know. You have to understand texture supply also great, but that is even like, and this summer I firstly met the Johannes. That is a great person. He is amazing. We had a speech on the same event, but for like they have not too much textures. This website have a lot, yeah, and I mostly use exactly them. But texture supply also good. So that is I think that's all. That's all, maybe not all, but of course you can apply something to the roof, you can apply something over there, but let's be honest, maybe even that is okay. So I think the last thing I can do, that is render. Of course, I can apply some shaders to the ceiling, but method would be the same as I made it here. Yeah, so no any unique differences for this picture. So in this case, I think I can open the, oh, no, let me do one more last thing. I told you about the plants, so let me work with only one plant because we have 3, but I suppose you understand. Okay, let me work with this plant, yeah? No, oh, we don't have here texture. So I suppose you'll understand you have to do the same with the others, yeah? So that is 3 and different, like quite scary shader, especially scary to replace, yeah? So we can take this shader and in fact all the time first number 1 ID number 1, that is trunk. Number 2, that is quite often that is some branches or stem or something like that. So that's in fact that's also like wooden part of the tree. And since number 3, usually in this case not, in this case that is already one on ID number 1, that is trunk, only one trunk, but number 2 that's already leaf. So anyway, we can duplicate this one. We can ignore bump because we will never see it, so that is not important, and all others that's a leaf, so I can remove this. I just remember, and as you understand, for this picture that is not important at all to have all the leaves. And the most important, that is the opacity bump. In some cases also texture, but to be honest, we are living in a 2025. If you are like a geek of picture creation, you can keep these. But to be honest, in reality, you will not use them. And I will explain you why. So that is leaf shader. I'll put it to all slots here. Of course, also I'll duplicate it here, over there. Of course, I will remove translucency. I don't need translucency on the trunk. I can add diffuse color, but I will use it. I will not use it for 100%. I'll use like a 20%. 20%. It could be more than enough. And here opacity, and here is bump. Normal bump in a FStorm works in that way. Normal and checkbox on. That's all what you have to do. And do not forget, apply it to the object. That's all. It will not. We don't see it here, but we already applied, so it is here. For all object, select similar. I would no. Sometimes it would show it, sometimes not. Unfortunately. Okay, but anyway, it already applied, and we can check it on the background, so we will see like bigger holes in between the leaves right now. Yep, as you can see. But the shapes of the leaves anyway would be bigger. Of course, you can apply one more time. You can apply texture, diffuse texture, but in this case, that is way more blurry picture, so we don't need it. So that's why I can just render it, and let me do something. Let's say gamma and gamma again 1 to start render from scratch, and let's do some render. One more time, guys. Of course, you can continue rendering a little longer, working with the shaders a little longer. You can add some shaders to the roof. You can add some, I don't know, different shaders to the chair, for example. But anyway, to the chair that is wood, ceiling that is not a wood. Okay, we will spend another, I don't know, 15 minutes for both shaders. I just don't want to spend extra time because we're already 2 hours here. Okay, because I want to switch to next topics, because here I have quite similar render I already made. I want to show it to you. Yeah, so that is my render. Oh, only one thing. I have to increase resolution. Right now that is 1000 and something. Have to make like 5000. That is our usual resolution, and I would render exactly in that resolution. That is important. So I should stop it and start it again. Refresh it. Okay, and render will start from scratch, and resolution of the final picture would be the same. I will keep the render, and later we will compare it. But anyway, that is the picture. As you can see, quite the same. As you can see here, is a little bit different. Oh, I also put there another plant, and so my choices of the textures was a little different. Oh yeah, and yes, I add there some fabric texture. Yeah, that was the difference. But as you can see, the wooden table chairs quite naked and nothing else. So in theory, I don't want to show you some exact final shaders. I want to show you method. That is important. Yeah, so I would open it in Photoshop. I think maybe I already have it, but yes, I will remove it, and I'll do everything from scratch. So that is my picture I render, and I would do some, let me even remove all that, or, okay, I do it honestly, like that. Open with Photoshop. No, I didn't have Photoshop here. Okay. Okay. Here I have my desktop. That is magnific. That is my render. Yes, that is my render. Render was like 30 minutes, and just because I made this picture in the evening, oh, it looks like that is too small. In the evening, and till I read the fairy tale to my daughter, render goes. Okay, that is workshop 2025-01 final. So no, that is exactly final. That is render. Yes, that is render. So I'm going to open it, and that is 4K. Okay, so I'll do some adjustments I want to do for the picture. For example, I want to work with camera roll filter. For example, I want to make greener a little more greener, just like that. To be honest, that's all. I don't want to adjust anything else. Maybe Control. Yeah, let's Control G, just duplicate it because I want to compare it later. And filter, camera roll filter. Okay. Just tiny adjustment for of the background. Yeah. What else? I want to do a little lighter or softer middle of the picture. Okay, and I don't want to, I don't like work with masks. I know that is, most of us love that, but not me. Like that. Oh, that's not bad, but I just will increase. I don't want to have the columns so bright. Yes, and really, I do like that. I don't work with masks. Why? Because I like this raw picture with a little different. Yes, I've got a little more expressive picture. Let me duplicate it again, Control J, and I want to apply it as over or soft light. Remove half of resolution, saturation, and filter. High pass. And here I'll do something like big size contrast. That is one of the tricks I quite often use for the pictures. Something like that. Okay, so that is, it looks like contrast, but little, I don't know. I name it somehow, please, too. But of course, opacity like half or 40%, just to adjust intensity of the picture. Yeah, I'm going to save it like twice lower resolution, desktop, and let's say that is number 2, and that is 2K. Desktop, control, I'll save that name, and I will go to the magnific. Okay, and magnific upscaler. I'll use magnific upscaler. That is our corporative account, so here is a lot of real work upscaling for many I'm not sure I can show these pictures to you, so I'm sorry for that. This is the picture I want to upscale. I will use Creativity 5, Fractality 2, Engine, Magnific Illusion. I know you see these options behind my webcam. Unfortunately, I can't turn it off. And I will use Films and Photography optimized for, that is like a model for upscaling. And also I'll do Creativity 1 and Fractality 0 with the same settings, Films and Photography and Magnific Illusion. This is, in fact, that is upscaler trained by real photographies, and the decor, not important objects, will looks way better with this method. That is quite to be honest, all pictures right now, today, would be updated approximately in the same way. That is easiest way to get realistic looking pictures. They will make terrible looking fabrics, but they will do quite good looking nature and other detalization. The lower creativity level, the less improvements they will do, but with high amount of creativity, like 5, they will do quite nice plants, for example, with a nice looking leaves, trunks, and also bud and other things. But they will break fingers, faces, eyes, and the objects with the shapes, with important shapes, let's say like that. Okay, so first of all, I'll save the low creativity picture, and I'll put it on top of that picture. As you can see, there is no any like a dramatic improvements. Yeah, but somewhere I've got a little more like detalization. Yeah, especially on the person, it looks quite good. Somewhere it looks terrible. So that's why I do it in that way. I will create the mask, and then I'll remove the places where we have the biggest issues. For example, over there. Yeah. So here we have some issue. I'm not sure about, but I don't know. Here it looks good. Here it looks good. I don't know what is this. Yeah, that is a not so good looking something. The shape of the object should be exact. I'm not sure about the fabrics and patterns. It always work bad with the fabrics and patterns, so I will remove it. I can do it. I could do it with masks, but I don't have masks and I'm too lazy to set them up. But I will. But we have lesson about masks and how to work with them. I know that is important for most of us. I'm just want to show you one more time. I'll show you method. Of course, you can improve it with the different things. For example, we work with masks. Yeah. Just check this out. Oh, check this out. We don't need so sharp, I think. Rocks on the back. Oh. Rocks in the background, so I'll remove them partly. I don't like these plants, but anyway, I'll use another plants because plants with the high creativity will look way better than this. Refraction looks terrible, of course, and pattern on the back side of the chairs. No, that was enough. Okay, so am I seeing any other problems? No, I don't. Maybe just clear a little bit here. Okay, so anyway, I have to open a high creativity picture, which is this one. And I'll take the plants from this picture. Okay, so as you can see here, I'll have way more problems with objects which could keep their shapes, for example. But anyway, detalization would be more detailed. For example, the clothes of this girl is way more natural looking, but on the same time, it looks not so nice. Yeah, so I'm not sure. The hair looks more natural. Of course, this plant, even I can do picture with a creativity 7 and I'll get really good result. But I think that is obvious that I have to use this picture with for plants, for some beams and background. That's all. So let me add some mask, invert, and I'll do it in an opposite way. Yeah, so I will add this picture from this level of creativity just with the brush. With the brush it will looks good. And I'll clear it a little bit over there. No, I don't know. Hair looks nicer. I remember here is some issues with the clothes. Also here we have closed eyes, and we can improve it with stable diffusion. And yes, we also have lesson in the big professional visualization course how to work with the faces, with the people in a stable diffusion. And you can, when you'll join it, you'll be able to open this lesson and works with each particular detail. That would be a little more accurate. And we can add some detalization, but not in the corners, because corners will be, in most cases, corners will looks like old something. I'm not big fan of this, but we can add upscaled parts to the center of this. Yeah, it will give us some extra detalization. Maybe something here just to get a little more natural looking roof. One more time, because that is not important objects, and you will never work with them in 3D. I mean, you will never work with them till that level of detalization. That's why now it's completely not important. Like, you should have too much free time to work with such a not important object. Maybe somewhere here. No, okay. So let's say that's all what I wanna show you about the most. Like one more time, guys. Of course, you can work a little more carefully with the elements that I showed you, but the method of picture creation, that is this. Yeah, and just pay attention. With all my explanation, with a lot of talking and with a lot of different things, I spent 2 hours to get this picture from scratch with using everything. Yeah, I do not hide anything. I skip just a part of rendering. Yeah, so that is my render, which is completely the same as we worked on post-production, but you can spend like 20 minutes or 30 minutes on rendering, and you'll get quite the same I've got there. Okay, maybe 30 would be better because picture is still noisy, and just 13 minutes path, so I think 25 minutes for 5K resolution would be good. Yeah. Okay, so I'll stop it, and now finally I want to share with you, I want to promote our course where we have way more information, and we show you the method we work, and that is the final pictures of our students. So guys, we have big professional visualization course. I'm the mentor, and that is partly live, partly recorded course. Recorded course, in recorded part you have lessons about shaders, lighting, in fact about everything. Also a little bit about modeling, also about picture creation, about post-production, about stable diffusion, about post-production, animation, literally about everything. And the live part, I mean online live part, that is part with cases, where every single time, every single lesson, I take one of students' scene and work with that and show how exactly you have to work with this particular example. Usually we work with them during 5 weeks. First week, that is always overcast interiors. Second, so 3 interiors. Usually that is V-Ray, Corona, and FStorm. 1 for each other. One for everyone. 1 overcast interior Corona, 1 overcast V-Ray, 1 overcast FStorm. On the second week, we move to the sunny summer day interior. So 1 sunny summer day interior Corona, sunny summer day interior V-Ray, 1 sunny summer day FStorm. Then we switch to artificial lighting. As you can see, some of these pictures, that is artificial light. So third week, that is artificial lighting in Corona, then V-Ray, then FStorm. Yes? Why that is important? Because that is about practice and a different lighting situations. On the 4th week, we move to the architecture. And first we learn how to do sunny summer day in architecture in all 3 render systems. So Corona, V-Ray, and FStorm. Then we move to the special lighting condition in architecture on the 5th week. What it does mean? It means, for example, night, that is special lighting condition. Fog, or that is not overcast, that is exactly fog, that is special lighting condition. Evening, that is special lighting condition, and sunset, that is also a special lighting condition. And during last week we worked with some of them. In most cases that is 3 different: overcast, night, and evening. But it depends on your cases, what exactly you'll choose. I'll work with your situation. So that's how it works. One more time, guys, that is not mine pictures, that is our students' pictures. And that is only one important thing, because we can talk about realistic, about settings, about everything, but at the end only one thing matters: your final pictures. If your final pictures in your portfolio doesn't look like that, like this one, you have to join our course, and I hope you understand. Oh, actually, one more important thing. this picture was made before any AI happened in our lives. So this is full 3D. You have to understand it. Of course, I showed today, and you may think, "Oh, Daniel, you do everything and I can do everything with a upscaler in a Magnific." You can try, and then you will understand why not, and you'll come back to our course because that is important to learn everything from scratch. Why important to work with the references and how to work with them? Because that is easy to say, you have to work with references, but that is really difficult to do. That is easy to say, you have to do color composition, but it's really difficult to do in reality. And that is easy to say, you have to learn how to do simple shaders, because that is simple shaders. And that is all these pictures, that is 2 hours of work, 2-3 hours of work. But that is difficult to do. That is easy to say, but difficult to do. And the most important things I'm proud of, that is every single day during that course, I will give you personally video feedback about your work. Only one thing you have to do, that is upload your work for that feedback. So you have to upload your feedback, your picture, your homework, and I will give you video feedback, and I'll tell you what exactly you have to improve, and you'll get better and better and better result. Only one thing is important. The most important thing, you have to work. Yeah, nothing happen if you ignore practice. Okay, so all the pictures you'll see in that page, that is our students' works, all of them. And all of them made in during course, not after course, not before course. That is exactly pictures they made for their diploma. That is important. That's me. That is explanation what exactly happened in the course. That is all. Do you remember I told you what exactly about prerecorded lessons? Yeah. So here you can check all prerecorded lessons we have. So maybe even not all, because that is old list. We always update something and add something new, and this list were made in 1 year ago. Okay, maybe not 1 year, but half year ago. Okay, that is explanation of our schedule. Yeah. Overcast, sunny summer day, artificial light interior, sunny day architecture. You can hit you can check different pictures, and yes, all these pictures are made by our students during some course. Usually we do a lot of different pictures. Also, you'll have our support team. Our support team, me, and you'll get the great result. Guys, I don't try to sell you something. I'm not a professional seller of the courses. I'm a professional 3D artist, so I'm so sorry for that. Yes, diploma. We will give diploma, but not for all of you. We will give diploma for the guys who successfully finish our course. Successfully finish means who will make the final picture. So in fact, we give pictures not to the people, we give diploma to the pictures. That is important. So you have to be ready. And that is our offer to you. And another really important thing I want to share with you. To all of you guys who will apply today, who will hit this join and will send us your information about yourself today after this workshop, will get some special price offer for this course, but only today, till the end of this day. You have 4 hours till the end of this day to apply for this course. If you'll apply, our manager will contact you tomorrow. Anastasia will write you in some messenger, I think, then you'll agree about call, maybe not, have no idea, depend on you more if you'll need that call, and she will offer you special price offer for participation in that course. Please don't lose this opportunity. In fact, that's all. So guys, I think that was really good. I have some time to answer your questions. Let me share with you picture we made. That is 25 2F. Yeah, so that is the picture we made today during this workshop with you. Okay, I'll stick to the right side your picture, and I'm sorry I don't have more better way to check your picture. So let me see what you asked me. Maybe some interesting question. Okay, I hope you're having a great day. I love your content, and your render book has really helped me improve my progress. If you don't mind my asking, what does it take to land in junior mine? Oh, you're welcome. Position for this vision, it would be a dream to work for you. Thank you so much. I'm appreciated for your words. That's really cool. You have to really have a level of our artists to join our team, but honestly, we're always looking for artists because there is so many projects and so many, like, you have to understand, we work with many different projects, and quite often we teach our artists to do really amazing things. And of course, different studios hire our artists. And we can do nothing with this. So that's why we always need someone new to work with the project. And of course, we also try to develop our marketing and find a possibility to get more projects, more clients. That's obvious, the same as everyone. So that's why we need artists. Every single course, let me be honest with you. I don't want to promise you will get a job in Fortis Vision after course. That's not true. But if you'll work hard and show the great result, we will definitely hire you because we're looking for that person. Yeah, I want to be honest with you. And to be honest, not every one of you looking for a job, because most of you already have small studios, you're already parts of some studios, or you have your own freelance. So promising like a job or guaranteed job, that is stupid, because not every one of you need it. But all of us need this quality of pictures. Hello, that is my first time here. You're welcome. More than 5 workshops and intensive course. Cool. My main concern with FStorm is that aren't enough ready models. So every time if you need to import something new, you have to make materials from scratch. I would say like extreme true about this. You have to rebuild shaders no matter in which renders engine you work. So if you have some collection of shaders for Corona and you work in Corona, you have to create pictures from scratch. And I hope today I explained you why you have to do it and how to do it. Yeah, that's clear. And that is not so difficult. You shouldn't afraid of this. You should afraid of way longer, like one more time. With the ready shaders, you'll faster get first result. With a with your own shaders and with general filling method I just showed you, you'll faster get final result. Okay, I hope that's clear. Nice to see you live. Nice to see you too here. Newcomer here. Cool. 1-3. Hello from Georgia. Hello. I love Georgia. I've never been there, but I dream about this. It doesn't matter what rendering engine you are working in, as long as you import the model with material, you have to remake materials from scratch. Unfortunately, okay, like unfortunately, you have to. Because of color composition. I want to explain you why that is important. Because different companies create different models in a different lighting conditions. For example, I made this texture of the leaf with these settings of the camera and these settings of the lighting. Some, for example, ISO 100 and F number, for example, 5. Another company made their texture with a F number 16 and with ISO, I don't know, 1000. Yeah, so that is different lighting condition, and you'll get completely different, like ready shaders, but for different lighting conditions, and they will not match with each other. So that is about value. That's about tone. Yeah, dark, light, and dark. Also, that is about color, because color composition also part of our composition, and we have to color match different, for example, green objects to each other. That's why I showed you that picture where we have like completely different shaders, which is not related with each other and with other picture, with other part of color composition, and we can do nothing with this. On the post-production, in the render, we can't improve it. It will take more time than creating from scratch. So that's why it's faster to do it from scratch. When you did it for have all, that is discussion, to be honest. That is discussion. I use for that puzzle good control for every aspect. You need to create different lighting for every shot. Pulse is more usable state in 3D. Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. Hello, North Cyprus, Vietnam, Pakistan. Hello, Uzbekistan. That is so amazing to have a lot of people from the different countries. Okay, good evening. I'm Ukrainian. I'm from Ukraine. I'm from Ukraine too. Hello from Uzbekistan. Daniel. I'd save the scene. Yeah. Bless you. That was. Which render engine do you prefer between Corona and FStorm? Oh, no. It doesn't correct to ask in that way. That is like, what do you prefer? Red color or green color? That is just a different colors, different color pans. To highlight something, better red. To, I don't know, write usual words better with green, something like that. You have to understand that is not like a what is better. Both of them are good, and both of them are good in something. And I even can't say in what exactly they good, because they could be good for me, but not so good for you. You just can. I want to say only one thing. As a professional, you have to try. You have to try to work with each of them and understand how it works good for you exactly. What exactly you can do with this render engine, and do you feel comfortable? Maybe you, I don't know, maybe you like it, maybe you not, maybe you like result, maybe not. So all depend on you. Only one thing, you have to try. Please try. Maybe you like it, because everyone's stuck in Corona. And to be honest, that is awkward. That's like eat all your life the same food. You can keep your body alive, but maybe that's not alive to have a happiness during your life. So I think about this like that. Shaders to vegetation. I showed how to do that. Hey Daniel, hello from New York. I dream to visit your city, beautiful city. I dream to visit a lot of. I like travel, to be honest. Any tutors in future with FStorm in theater? You know, time to time we do some workshops in FStorm, in Corona, and V-Ray to promote our courses. So yes, we will do. But in the course, we will have at least 5 with FStorm. During next 5 or 4 weeks, I don't think we will do another workshop with FStorm, because Corona and V-Ray more popular, and you have to understand making workshops in Corona will bring us more people. That's why I do a workshop about FStorm today, where we have 4 weeks before course start. PV course, yeah, that is our course. Thank you. Can a beginner take PV course, and after completing, can you guys help us to take internship or something? You can apply to the course and discuss it with Anastasia, because she will ask you direct question about your skill and about your ideas, and she will answer you, is it okay for you or not? So all depend on your situation and your existing skills. Because to be honest, I want to be honest with you. Some of you guys will have 10 years experience and still call yourself beginner. But some of you have no experience at all, and buying professional visualization course, saying something like, I'll deal with this. No, if you have no experience, that will be too hard for you. It depends on the situation. That is the question about, would I set up 4 different lighting for 4 different lighting conditions, 4 different lightings for 4 different cameras, or not. I would say, we have a rule. It's called 90 degrees rule. We have a lesson about this. This lesson called 90 degrees rule, and we can make a shots from this angle, and of course 90 degrees, that's not exactly 90 degrees, it's minus 30 and plus 30, so that is quite a lot of angles. And from the other angle, we also can do with the same lighting shots with a different angle, and we can do at least 4 pictures in this scene to show everything we want to show. So here's I can answer both possible questions. Yes, we can create different lightings for different cameras, and yes, we can create unique lighting for each frame. All depends on situation. And you have to understand one more time. You have to understand one important thing. You asked me that question because you used to use old rules, build all scene, and then choose the camera positions in that scene. That is mistake. You have to understand in the beginning, on the first step, what exactly you want to show, and during work with a general feeling, you'll understand, is it okay for you to work with only one lighting condition or not? Or you have to make a few. I hope that's clear. Working on a job for Aspen, Colorado house, 6 images, 10K. That's, what do you think? I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand what the question is. Colorado house, 6 images, 10K. What do you think? Regular price. Nothing specific. Slava Ukraini. Heroям слава. Thank you. So guys, I answered all questions you just asked me. So that's all for today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your attention to RENDER.CAMP, that is honor. That is an honor, and you still have this possibility to join our course today with a special price offer. But I suppose special price offer is not the most important thing for you, yeah, because the most important thing that is your pictures after that course. So I'm proud of the right choice of the guys who will decide to join us today. And thank you, and see you next time. That's all. Thank you, guys. See you. Bye.